Greetings, welcome to the Prime Directive. I'm your host, Jefficho. My co-host, as always, Chris. Say hi, Chris.
Hello.
Season 2 Picard, Episode 9. What'd you think?
I think we're back into shit just happens territory, which was something I've been raising about Discovery a lot. And some of the Star Wars films that we haven't really talked about on here. I definitely can't complain about the plot not advancing, though. We did a lot of that today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We had a lot of flashbacks.
Yes. Yeah, that too.
Everything reminds me of a flashback.
It's like that last episode.
Well, we look better. Starting to feel more like myself.
Yeah, some nudity.
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, we didn't see anything, but yeah, Agnes just got naked and threw on her Borg outfit because, functionality.
We were just I guess they had to get her out of the dress somehow.
She didn't have to seduce anybody else.
I felt like there was a lot of stuff in this episode that was just there to avoid the nerds complaining, and I think that was part of it. It would just be like, if they showed her doing that in her dress, it'd be like, so does she just have the dress on like forever underneath? Like, where'd it go? That doesn't make any sense. Like, shut the fuck up, nerd.
We got enough we can fuel with all this rage.
Yeah. And the other bit would be when Picard was talking about imagining his mom as older. Because you were complaining about that.
Yeah.
That's just there to say, shut up, nerd.
Yeah. I mean, they're just... still don't like that Guinan doesn't remember him.
That kind of makes sense.
There's so many, like, minor, almost technicalities. But, technically, like, this could be the way the time works this way, so that's why this makes sense. And be like, guys, you know what I love about Star Trek, the original series and all that, is they aged. And it happened, and the canon followed it. And then when TNG started, all that stuff that happened before, and they didn't ignore it. And everything just kept getting built upon and built upon. And now it's just like, oh, cool, you can get your Borg little eye implant thing without getting anything put on you. You just got like assimilated.
Yeah, that was kind of...
Without even the original good assimilation, because she ain't full power yet. She's still doing that cheap CGI.
Yeah, we know we don't do everything with nanoprobes, right? Like, part of it, you have to have stuff installed in you.
Those poor babies.
Yeah.
Poor TNG babies.
I feel like this kind of isn't really worth complaining about, but it's like, yes, I know that isn't how you get your power glove and your eye patch, but like, whatever. Okay, she's a Borg again. We have a visual shorthand.
I don't know where it starts and where it stops when it comes to like what happened, because like you said, when they were doing the eugenics wars, it was 1960, and they're just like, yeah, 90s, that's probably what it's gonna happen.
No one's gonna know the show in 30 years, it doesn't matter.
Are we saying it didn't happen in the 90s now? Because it clearly looks like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So...
I think Voyager confirmed it did. They went back to LA, but they had some like throwaway line about the eugenics wars being mostly in Europe.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Nobody talks about the eugenics wars.
Yeah, like every time I watch these new Trek shows, I'm just like, what are they like acknowledging? Because I'm not sure anymore.
Yeah.
You're currently at a fork in the proverbial road. Two futures. One leads to you bringing humanity back from the edge of extinction, or you die alone.
I wouldn't mind if someone in charge of Paramount just came out and said, like, okay, we're just moving the timeline of the eugenics wars. We're just gonna pump that forward 100 years.
Well, they even just put it like 50 years before Enterprise.
Yeah.
Then like soon being in jail for genetics would make sense.
Yeah. You would have kind of had to redo maybe a bit about Enterprise. I don't know, like, if they decided to do that, I think that would have been made the setting a lot more interesting. Like, they would have talked about it, and they would have, had older characters where these grizzled veterans gone through all this shit with the eugenics wars. But yeah, that could have been cool.
Lots more.
We got 13 soldiers in the field with their little Borg lasers.
I feel like the Queen would have had a lot more success if she just left them as mercenaries.
Yeah.
She got nothing out of those guys. They can't kill two people running through an open field.
The only thing people could hit was Rios' shoulder and other people's guns.
Yes, the guns are magnetic.
Yeah. And even Picard, like, soon standing in front of the two soldiers, he's unloading his little French revolver or Nazi revolver, and it's just like, you didn't hit Soon, but you did hit one of the guns. Like, wow.
Great. Yeah, that happened a lot this episode.
I'm just saying, I spent a lot of seasons of watching him on the holodeck shooting red and yellow lights.
Yeah.
He's very accurate.
He might not.
He can give Guinan a run for her money on that.
Oh, I mean, could he?
Yeah.
Because I think we established Guinan was like, sandbagging it.
No, well, still, he did.
Yeah.
He did all right.
He did all right. Yeah, better than that.
Yeah.
Commander Riker, report to the phaser range, please. On my way.
Rios got shot in his shoulder, so they're just like, well, he's no use to us. Send him and the kid and the girl back
He'll
to your
just get
apartment.
us killed with one arm.
Then, like, Rios should have just done a lot more snooping in that apartment, being like, what other future technologies does she
Hey,
have
this
here?
is clearly Romulan.
Yeah. Yeah, they got the bullet out, though we didn't really see that. It just happened.
Which one of these doohickeys takes bullets out of your arm?
Yeah.
That one.
She's like, I'm not gonna worry about like what I could find here and do it the manual way. I know you got some future shit here.
Yeah.
Why is she bullet removing stuff on our coffee table?
Just for like it's you can do all this shit with your phone now. Like,
Yeah.
It just does everything. So there's just it does everything.
So
future
you're
phone.
trying to tell me that she left her phone behind? Because that would not happen.
She left something
She admitted
behind.
she's always
She
on
left-
it like
she left
everybody else.
Something behind. And it does that.
Um,
What even more so, like Rios shouldn't know because this isn't tech he's familiar with.
Yeah.
This isn't Federation tech. This is just
well, the Romulans got absorbed into every world.
Yeah,
so.
but this is like the supervisor tech or whatever. It should be its own thing, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know how old they are. She's clearly a descendant of Laris.
She might still just be Laris.
No, that's your hope. I don't
Okay.
think. I'm pretty sure they were just like, nah, your name's Talon, you're a descendant.
Mm.
If she was Laris, she'd just be like, hey, Picard.
Yeah, but she doesn't know him yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, not another one of those.
No, why? That makes 100% sense that she wouldn't know him yet. Don't give me that. That's completely standard.
No, nothing makes sense to Jeff anymore. Nothing.
Okay.
Seven and Raffi are walking around, and there's like soldiers are like, no, nothing there. Okay.
No, okay. Yeah.
They drove a knife into someone's skull.
Yeah, that was kind of brutal.
It's just like, aw, why is the chair in the
We
way?
got a good squish. We got a good squish.
Yeah, put a chair in the way, took away the visual.
Yeah. They're working together. Look what they can accomplish together.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she got cut, and the Rios is all like my arm, and like can't help them now. I'm
You
a
can
captain,
stay.
but
Rios can go.
I mean, I saw Picard take out 4 guys with a saddle.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Rios is
Yeah,
better.
solve this problem by telling Picard the Borg Queen has his saddle and just send him out there.
Is it her own saddle?
No.
Then
no.
she's not an experienced rider. We have an advantage.
Yeah, she is not a serious rider.
Yes.
She can't possibly have her own saddle. Picard would be like, that's highly irregular.
I know a future worth fighting for.
So do I.
Look, you're outnumbered. And my new friends back there, well, I've heard you're familiar with them.
Soon shows up. Just decides to negotiate for some reason, but then it's just like, oh, I know you're not going to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we're coming for you.
Soon was super easy to manipulate.
Yeah.
He was just like, oh, I'll give you a nice future. And Picard's like, do you know anything? Like, this is a space alien robot chick. You have no reason to trust her at all. He's like, no, I'm gonna trust her. It's fine. This is kind of dumb. Also, is Soji ever gonna come back? She just kind of left.
Yeah, I don't care. What do we got? Like a few episodes left? I don't know.
I don't know how this is all going to come together. Like, we're going to end up on the Borg ship with Agnes Borg Queen going through the rift, but I don't know what this has to do with Q or Renee or Sochi. I don't know.
I don't want to jump ahead. But Agnes, I'm assuming, heading back to Delta Quadrant.
I mean, she's not, though. We know that's how we get back to the future. Like, I think she's just gonna come back at the end and save them.
No,
for some reason. Like Riker.
I think they're just gonna set things right and then appear in the future normally with Q. Hey, it's Q.
But Q can't. We know Q can't.
I still can't.
But Mom, where are you?
Picard had a flashback of playing hide and seek, and then he's like, I know what we'll do. We will play hide and seek, and soon will not find us because we have ground advantage. We know where everything is.
I mean, he probably shouldn't have been able to get ahead of them.
Well, the problem was, every time Picard went somewhere, he stopped and had another flashback.
Yeah.
So, like, when they went into the tunnels where there's 1,000 ways to die, and it's going to be really hard to find them, he just stopped, like, 15 meters in there, and then, like, flashback, walk a little, flashback. So, like, soon gets in there, and it's just like, oh shit, they're here already. Like, yeah, you kept stopping, dude.
That was actually pretty hardcore when we beamed all the drones into the walls.
Yeah.
That was pretty...
I thought it was a little convenient. It was right there.
Yeah. That was pretty metal, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to see Gaius. Baltar, very happy about that. I was like, yay, he's back.
Always.
And he's like talking to his wife. He's like, yo, you haven't relapsed in a while. You're doing really good.
You haven't been too crazy.
Yeah. We've really turned a corner. Like, it just wouldn't stop. I'm just like, shit, man, you're pushing her over the edge.
Yeah. Lay off.
Yeah, don't keep telling somebody, like, hey, man, like, I know you had a drinking problem. You haven't had a drink. You really good. Like, we were just getting drunk the other day, but you were fine. Yeah. Life's way better when you're drunk. But, you know, you're doing
Not
great.
for you, though.
But, like, can I offer you some Deep Space wine? Like, yeah, let's do that.
There you go.
When you remember me, Jean-Luc, promise me. You will ignore the coldness of a dying star and remember instead her light.
Of course, she's playing hide and go seek and she's losing her mind. And then later, little Picard, kills his mom.
No, he doesn't.
Well, you read into it how you want to, Chris.
No, he does not.
You read into it how you want to. I'm just gonna enjoy some Romulan ale here, okay?
Okay, whatever. I don't think we got a satisfactory explanation for why Mom was locked in a room. Like, I figured we'd talk about that a bit more.
There was no rope in that room?
Whatever. Well, she got out of the room and did it. Like, there didn't need to be rope in the room.
Yeah.
And how are you these days, my darling? I notice lately that you've been somewhat more present.
Morris.
We haven't had an incident for some time now.
Yeah, we just don't have future space mental health care, I guess. I mean, they could have gone with, like, Dad was panicking and didn't know what to do because, you know, his kid was in danger and he was just, like, panicking. He didn't know what the right thing to do was, but they just kind of skipped past all that and they're just like, we locked her in a room.
It'd be so much easier too. It's just like hypospray. Shh, no, I feel better.
I mean, yeah, maybe that, but, like, she should probably be getting some medical attention. I know they say she refused it, but, like, at some point, you can involuntarily commit people when they're a danger to themselves and others.
And your children.
And he's already doing that. He's involuntarily locking her.
So much so that they erased Picard's brother, pretty much.
Yeah, like, where's his bro?
Was there a throwaway line early on where it's just like, he's off at some academy of some sort?
I don't think so. I think they just ignored that.
Yeah. Robert.
Yeah. Where's Robert in all this?
Yeah.
Well, we seem to be regaining the advantage.
We're nearly out.
Picard comes out because it was supposed to lead to the field. That was a secret, but he just came back to his observatory room. And soon, so, like, as a scientist, I know about rats in a lab and a maze, and boom, here you are. All I had to do was make you think I was looking for you, and then you'd come out. You'd surface. It's like, okay.
So I guess there were multiple entrances. I don't think they went out the way they went in.
Like, where's Picard? I can't find him.
They just circled around into the same house.
Yeah. I don't know, Sin's all like, I can't find him. It's just like, oh look, that shelving shouldn't be there. Oh, this is a secret
Well,
passage.
I think he
Go
saw
find
the,
other secret
He
passages.
saw the dust. That makes sense.
Yeah, but
that
like,
makes sense to me.
He's sending the less intelligent Borgs that are dumber because they're Borg now.
Yeah.
Less effective. Can only shoot guns. Yeah, I had issues with that one that shot at Laris's gun. It's just like, she shoots him, he falls, fires off a round, and then suddenly a round hits her gun and she drops her gun, and then it's like, where did that even come from?
I don't know.
And then she picks up her gun and is like, it's perfectly fine. What was the point?
Yeah, there's so much gun shooting in this, which is just like, you can do it once and get away with it, but all your characters can't be shooting guns at everyone's hands.
No.
Where was the entrance?
Think faster, or the memory will escape through the hole in your head.
It just gets kind of dumb.
Should have just driven some more knives or skulls.
Yeah, like she thinks she's playing COD or something, just like running through the field, just knife a guy, just keep going.
I feel like I'm sorry to put this on her, but like she's kind of having to babysit Picard, so she should be doing a bit better. Of like, yeah, okay, that happened in your life. Yeah, that's tragic. But we got to keep going.
Yeah.
You can't keep stopping.
Yeah.
This isn't hiding. We're in the open.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I said, shit just happens. Like, we know what plot points we need to hit, so we're just hitting those plot points.
Yeah. Plot point. Rios came back, beat the shit out of a bunch of people, but then like soon got his gun. He's like, oh, you know, probably don't have to be from the future. Use a gun.
I mean, he did though, because it knew what your DNA was. So why did he even say anything?
And then it overloaded.
Also, why did he, like, if he can't? I assume he can't shoot the gun because he doesn't have the DNA, right? Otherwise. Because he doesn't have the DNA, so it's going to explode. So I don't understand why it would let you fire if it's also just going to, like, it would lock you out of firing as well as exploding, right? So why wouldn't he just go up and punch him in the face or shoot him or anything?
Yeah.
I bet you don't have to be from the future to fire this thing.
But you do need to have the right DNA to unlock it. You know, you hold it too long and, well, boom.
Props on him though, throwing it towards them, and the explosion probably should have done some damage to him because it was right above them.
Probably. I'd imagine there's quite a bit of energy in the
But I
phaser.
guess, you know, CGI explosions aren't real.
Yeah, there you go. See, I miss Archer doing this. Everyone would be like, "Mwop." God, that's super bad for you.
Man, I was watching TOS the other day, and there was a phaser on overload in the quarters, and Spock and Kirk can't find it, and they're panicking, and they're just like, abandon the deck! Abandon! I order a double red alert! Double code red alert! Like, I'm just like, what is that? I've watched this episode several times. I do not remember this.
I actually don't remember.
And then he finally gets in there and he shuts it off. But like, he had a lot of time.
Yeah.
But
that makes sense. Like,
he was going to take out a deck.
Yeah, with what we know phasers can do, like how much energy they can output, one on overload probably would, you know, take out a fucking deck. Why not?
Yeah, if you were like kind of phased in between like worlds, like if you blew one up, people might see you in the lounge at your own funeral.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So back on the ship, Agnes is arguing with Borg Queen. She's like, "Don't stab my friend in the skull."
That's not for stabbing.
And then
just because we did it doesn't mean you can do it.
Yeah, I love it. So like, what if you did different Borg Queen stuff, like assimilate the dead? That's not
well,
mean.
assimilate. She's basically talking them into being the Tok'ra instead of the Gould, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just take the people who volunteer or people who are weak and dying, and it's K.
I don't think Jack volunteered.
No, he didn't. There's a whole episode about that.
It's a great episode.
Yeah.
What if we take this ship and build a better Borg? A real collective, based not on assimilation, but salvation. Think about it. A Borg collective that embraces the uniqueness of its members.
It felt like she's basically, you know, giving the speech from today. Like, oh, the Borg need to be more diverse.
The Borg are exceptionally diverse. That was never their problem.
Yeah, that I didn't get, but like, and then it's like, oh, you can help people, you can become better. It's just like, she wants to conquer and take over worlds, not just grow a Borg empire.
Yeah, this only works if we accept that the Queen's motivation is that she is lonely.
Yeah.
Instead of just, conquest and control. But this might not be a terrible way to start. Like, you'd be 100% non-threatening. So how long can you build up power like this while being perceived as non-threatening? And then maybe try and go crazy genocide.
Yeah. I mean, the loneliness does add up. She did bang Data.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, maybe this is why the Borg Queen's always so horny.
Well, I think it's unsatisfying for her because it's never her body.
Oh, okay.
Because her original body is somewhere else.
Yeah.
She just gets these replacement bodies.
Okay, maybe.
So it's just like, half as good.
I don't know if I miss the OG Borg that were just like a force of nature that could not be reasoned or communicated with.
Yeah,
I miss that horror Borg.
Not even the Hugh advanced Borg that could run.
That was kind of interesting. That was neat. And I've said this before, but I would have been a lot happier if their explanation for the Borg Queen was like, this is how we adapted to the individuality that Hugh brought onto us. Because we know that caused serious issues. So let's say they adapt and they have this individuality element, and now it just, like, they can shunt it into the Queen or something, like they just reorganize themselves to adapt to this thing that's in them now. But instead
she was always there.
Yeah, instead Picard, meets her again in First Contact, and the explanation is, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah.
Hey, at this point, I believe it, because he forgets about a lot of shit.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense.
Next season he'll have flashbacks and he'll remember it all, don't worry.
Yeah, but I do, we're so far past this now. Like, we have a Borg with a Queen that can't be negotiated with like any other enemy, but I miss the OG Borg.
You can't reason with them, they're much more terrifying.
Yeah, and it was just such an anti-Federation thing. Like, it's, that's what we do in Star Trek is, negotiate and reason with and find common ground with these things. But the Borg aren't an antagonist or a species like that. They are a force. How do you reason with a black hole or a tornado? Like, this is just coming.
Well, we've never really seen them do any damage. I mean, because Wolf 359 never happened. Changed my mind.
Oh, conspiracy. Okay.
I just love that meme. Final thoughts, me, Chris.
Final thought. Well, we didn't get to talk about Elnor.
Well, you can throw that in there.
And he was okay. I'm not sure why we needed the mobile emitter on him or anything.
He had the mobile emitter,
That
and
seemed like
he
an extra
had
source of
his
weakness.
Elnor memories and thoughts.
That was
and
super
everything.
weird. Like, why can a Confederation ship even do that? Why do we care?
And why was he feeling pain?
Yeah, I know why we did that narratively, so that like Raffi could have some forgiveness or whatever. But yeah, I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. It was cool to see him kick ass with the sword a bit. This was just like, no, we've got pretty much all his memories up until the moment of death, and his feelings and stuff. And I'm just like, what? Eh?
He got shot pretty easily in that episode, but they couldn't shoot him worth a shit in this one.
Also, mobile emitter technology is from like the 29th century. So what's the Confederation doing with mobile emitter? I just thought about this right now because we got so used to having mobile emitters around. What's that just doing on Rios' ship?
Point. Unless, evil Janeway.
But again, why is that on Rios' ship?
Well, I mean, once you find a technology, you can duplicate it.
I guess.
And Picard.
Not necessarily.
The Confederation had old Picard, so old Picard would have older Janeway, whether she still went to Delta Quadrant, whether she still was mobile emitter,
I'd be fine if like someone associated with Janeway or like, you know, evil Janeway had had the mobile emitter, because that's part of her story. But this is just something that is sitting there on Rios' ship.
Yeah.
No. Okay. Yes. That is my big canon gripe that I just came into right now. That is my big canon gripe. Why do we have a mobile emitter?
I have so many, but like I said, I don't know what they believe anymore, so I don't know what they count as canon anymore.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track.
Yeah. But yes, final thoughts. Shit just happens. I don't understand where we're going with this. I guess we're in. I think at this point I'm on the Strange New Worlds waiting room. Like I'm not as excited about Picard as I was for the first few episodes.
Well, I mean, they're like, oh, soon can find. He doesn't need a ship. He can find other ways to destroy that. And the Borg Queen's all like, well, there's. You have to have a version of her that lives and a version that dies.
Thanks for speaking in riddles. Why don't you just tell us?
There's one fucking version of her. Like, do you want me to like stop her heart for a few seconds and then start it again? Does that count?
Yeah, like just say what you mean.
Yeah.
There's no reason for this.
That opening sequence for Strange New Worlds was nice.
It did, yeah. Cool.
The music was very nostalgic, of course.
Yeah. If nothing else, I think we're gonna have a great time watching Anson Mount. I think he is nailing the Pike character, and he's nailing just what it feels like to be a Starfleet captain.
I think I will start to enjoy Spock without Burnham around to eclipse him.
Okay.
And
I think we're
big fan of Rebecca Romaine.
I think we're sticking with Smiley or Spock for this, right?
Okay.
Because we do know in the pilot
take it back.
episode,
Then I take it back.
Are we not? No, because we don't. Because in the pilot episode, he looks at plants and smiles. Like, if you want to be Mr. Canon, that's something Spock does at this time.
Original Spock didn't do it.
Yes, he did.
He smiled at plants?
Yeah, he smiled at plants in the cage.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, they completely rewrote him, though. He had emotions in the cage.
Yeah, he did.
And Cage isn't canon.
Why not?
Because they changed the characters around.
Well, that's where we're getting Pike from. So, like,
well,
no,
he's
that's fine.
canon.
Yeah, he's canon.
Because they had the episode later on, the menagerie or whatever it was.
Was Spock smiling at plants in the menagerie?
No.
No, you don't think so?
No.
Oh, I think they do count the cage as canon.
Yeah, I
think if you want to sit here and be Mr. Snooty, oh, Picard's mom was old, then you have to deal with Smiley Spock.
No.
No? All right, moving on.
I'm going to have so many red flags in that show, man, I tell you.
Okay.
Her is going to speak Klingon, you know it.
Oh, she better not. She better not.
I mean, we got a Khan, Noonien Singh descendant, and then Khan happens, and Spock's all like... Why didn't you say anything? You knew about the descendant.
Yeah.
Don't connect those things.
No.
Your Vulcan mind. Are you out of it? Are you out of your Vulcan mind?
We'll find out. We'll find out soon.
Oh man, that's what it'd be cool to see the other Doctor for a bit, but like, oh man, I kind of want my Carl Urban just like
sarcasm. I just want Carl Urban to show up. Yeah.
Just give me some sarcasm, Carl Urban.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, so this episode, whatever. We'll see what next episode is.
Yeah, I'm happy we've advanced the plot.
What if your future is here, and it was always supposed to be?
Yeah.
We'd had like 3 or 4 filler episodes, and then we started doing shit.
We lost the ship. We got rid of the Borg Queen for now.
Yeah.
Soon, still gonna try to do bad stuff, so we're gonna have to try and stop them.
And you know what's weird? Like, Brent Spiner is confirmed as being in season 3 again. So who do you think he's gonna play in season 3?
I pray to fuck Data.
Data? Okay.
I pray. Everybody else is coming back.
This will be like the 3rd time they've brought Data back and killed him again.
Yeah.
Just like.
Yeah. Well, he could play old, like, Data wannabe guy that wanted the body originally.
Okay.
So, yeah, he could do that. I don't know why he's going to be there, but whatever. I don't know why anybody's going to be anywhere. But they're going to be there, Chris. I just hope it somewhat makes some sense and doesn't blow my brain up. May 6th, Strange New Worlds.
All right.
Till then, guys, thanks for watching.